at the end of the road.
Thanks for your help, pal.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been here. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
So you got a ride of choice? I'm usually a man. Tat school myself. Makes me feel intellectual.
Mr. Finch.
Am I ever glad to see you? We could really use a hand.
Get to the point. What do you need?
A pack of feral ghouls has wandered in nearby. It's too risky to have them so close, and we need someone to clear them out.
I'm on it. It's as good as done.
I'll be glad to have them gone.
If it wasn't for you, things could have been a lot worse. Somewhere. Looks clear. Wouldn't want it going to waste now, would we? Now, where'd you
Sure made a mess of this place, didn't they? What's that? Feed to the devil. So long! Something out there. Hey, this is Jamaica Plain. Stay sharp. A lot of raiders end up here looking for that lost treasure.
Hey there.
I hope you're here to help.
Since here to spy on me.
That's right. What's the trouble here?
Super mutants came through a few days ago. Only a few of them, but they did a lot of damage before we managed to drive them off. It was only a miracle that nobody got killed. But I'm afraid they'll be back with reinforcements this time. We barely held them off the first time. We'd appreciate anything you can do to help us defend ourselves. Lost track of how many blisters I got.
I don't think we've met.
Were you able to clear out those ghouls?
Took care of those ghouls that were giving you trouble.
You did? That's great news.
Someone there? I'll wear your guts up out my neck!
I got nothing.
Fallen! You hit like a rat!
Just when I thought we were getting along. We'll be taking that.
What? Who's there? I'll wear your guts around my neck! Ah! You'll pay for that!
Going down. Look. Look. Going down. Look.
That's it. Sweet.
I'll wear your guts around my neck! Nothing. Someone there? That sound! What is it?
Lights out for you! Where'd you get to? Dumb move.
Nothing there now. What do you think?
Jumping in shadows.
Yeah, you're probably right. What the hell was that?
Gonna find you soon, human!
Hey, who's there?
I must have a concussion. Fucking seeing things.
Here, human, you...
Hey! Why do they always gotta fight back?
What the?
Who's there? I'm gonna tear your fucking throat out!
You walk away.
I swear I must be going crazy. What? Just noise. Just noise.
Got it.
Who? Oh, man, please don't be ferals again. Getting shook up over nothing.
I don't think we're alone.
Think you're tough? Come on! Ain't personal, just you or me. Playing games with me, huh? No need to hide. It'll all be over soon. Thought you could hide? You'll run out of bullets at some point.
Even break a sweat. Not that it's an option. Doing them much good at this point.
Lock and
What's
load.
that? We won't be bothering anybody now.
Nuclear protection on a budget.
One more hour until my shift ends.
I hope to God the Institute doesn't find us here. At
Hey
least
there.
not soon.
Hey, you keep placing Milas, and I'll keep paying you. Could always use more Milas placed, if you're interested. Or we could just do some business.
All blue, huh? Not a bad look.
Not a lot of folks would travel with a ghoul, even one with my kind of charisma.
Sounds like Sturgis has his hands full with that teleporter you two are putting together.
my say.
I cleared out the ghouls that were giving that settlement trouble.
Glad to hear it, General. It's hard enough out here without people having to worry about ghouls in their backyard. Got another thing to talk to you about. A settlement has asked for our help. Apparently someone's been kidnapped. I'll mark the location on your map.
I'm sorry to report that the super mutants came back and tore up that settlement pretty bad.
I hate to hear that. This is exactly what the Minutemen are supposed to prevent. We'll have to do better next time. Now, as always, there's another fire to put out. I just got some bad news. Super mutants raided a settlement. Maybe you can find out where those bastards are coming from and put a stop to it. Hope this rain lets up soon.
Hey, what we discussed earlier. You're gonna be discreet with that info, right?
I would never betray your trust like that, Hancock.
And don't think I don't appreciate it. You know, I wasn't kidding before about this being the smartest thing I've ever done. This is the life I've been looking for. Helping the people with a friend like you.
That really means a lot to me. Thank you, Hancock.
Just calling him like I see him. Well, thanks. Again. Now, you want to get this freak show back on the road?
Walk 100 miles if I knew there was a pile of caps waiting for me at the end.
Humanity is so resilient to cling to life despite all of this. It is the duty of us all to further that survival.
haven't always been the best at this job. Hey, let's face it.
Shopping at night? Diamond City Surplus is always open.
I decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it. All right.
We can talk about guns, or maybe you want to consider something more up close and personal.
Let's see what you got.
Something for everyone.
Got a minute? Drinks on me.
What do you want?
I prefer the direct approach anyway. I'm in town looking for Henry Cook. Do you know where I might find him?
Well, why are you looking for him?
Fair question. He's my father. I haven't heard from him in a while, so I came to town to check up on him.
I wish I could help you, but I don't know where he is.
All right, thanks. I'll be around. I'd appreciate it if you let me know if you hear anything.
Well, hey there. Been a long time. How you holding up?
Nick. Oh, hey. Yeah, we're doing all right. It's hard without Gwen, but it gets easier every
You
day.
keep that
Yeah, that's
synth
real
freak
good
at
to
arm's
hear.
length. You understand me?
I just wanted to check in. If you ever need anything, you stop by at the office.
Sure, you got it.
You there.
Thanks, Nick.
We need to talk.
Is there a problem?
The problem is that I've learned that you killed my son Nelson. Is this true?
What makes you think I killed him?
Morosky says so. One of his guys saw you do it. Murdered him in cold blood. I dare you to deny it to my face. Did you do it?
Yes, it's true. I killed him.
You son of a bitch! At least tell me one thing. Why did you do it?
He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Is that what you tell yourself every time you murder someone? This time you're going to pay for what you did.
Hey there.
God, even the sky isn't safe. Did you see that blimp thing? The Brotherhood of Steel? Who are they?
I'm not looking for a conversation right now.
Excuse me.
Move on, pal.
Busy here.
The latest hairstyles from the upper stands.
Child kidnapped. Father brings dangers of the Commonwealth to find missing son. Selling papers is busy work, mister.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
I have some things to do first.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll keep tuning this baby. Although we won't know if it's gonna work until we actually try it.
Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. Whenever you're ready. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
No use.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes.
What's going on?
It's me.
Father?
Your dad.
Father!
I'm here, Sean. Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here! Help me!
Please,
Father?
Sean. I'm your father.
Help me!
Talk to me.
He's trying to take
Just
me.
open the door.
Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Bullshit.
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't see the point of any of this.
You don't see the connection. Let me try to explain. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place? Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
He was a murderer. He killed your mother.
Believe me, I am well aware of the atrocities Kellogg committed. I suspect there are many more we'll never know of. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes. That is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I had certainly hoped we could work together. But every man must make his own decisions. If you choose to leave, I cannot force you to stay. Understand, though, that I cannot allow you to remain within the Institute. You may have safe passage back to the relay, where you will be sent back to the surface. But from that point, you must be considered hostile. I am sorry. I must think first of the safety of the Institute. And in the cruel world that has developed, those who are not with us are against them. The elevator will return you to the relay.
I'm sorry I laid all that crap about me feelings on you a while ago. I hope it hasn't affected our friendship. Can't wait to get out of this goddamn heat.